All right, so quick real world review again. These aren't things I'm getting paid for. So this is the GE Profile Nugget Ice Maker. I got this from Walmart, and I want to say it's kind of it was high end. I bought it about 2 years ago. It probably cost me about $400 and $450, somewhere in that range. We were using it both in the house and in the RV. I actually just bought another nugget ice maker from Costco, and I'll tell you the big reason I buy from Costco when I can. Their return policy is the best in the business. You take it back and there's pretty much no questions asked. You don't even need a receipt. They generally look it up on your card. I mean, it's honestly just that easy. Just say, I didn't like it. It didn't work. It broke, whatever. They'll take it back. So what I do like about the Profile, it has this really thick, I don't know, you can see my thumb there. So that's about an inch of air in between two pieces of plastic. That helps keep it insulated. It's actually not very cold to the touch, even though it's full with all that nugget ice. I like that if you pull this drawer out, it's pretty full, it stays where you pull it out. It will come out if you pull out far enough. You can fill up the water reservoir down here by itself, or you can purchase the side container, which costs you, I want to say maybe another $50 to $100. I don't remember what it was. The issue with the side container, while I do like it because that holds a gallon of water, which it doesn't look like it does, but it does. So this pulls right out, and there's an easy fill valve on here. You just unscrew that, fill it with water, pop it back in. One issue is that the hose, normally that hose that you see back there is attached to the back of the ice maker. It's hard to see. It's normally attached next to that other hose. But when you use the extra water container, you have to hook a hose up to this so that it sucks water from there. Especially in an RV, these things move around. As you can imagine, they get bumped and they go all over the place, and you can actually see those marks on the side, and those marks there are from where this extra water container had been rubbing during our travels in the RV. Put that all back together. So while I love the product, that was an issue. The other issue is that this thing easily weighs probably 40 to 50 pounds, even without the ice and the water in it. It's extremely heavy, and transporting it back and forth to the RV was becoming a pain. So we bought another one. It does have, it's a little quirky. This button here is how you turn it on and you do the cleaning cycle. It can be a little quirky with that. Sometimes it doesn't want to do what you want it to, especially with the cleaning cycle. It'll shut down automatically, and this will blink, and it's kind of saying, hey, I need to be cleaned. And then sometimes you'll push this button several times and it won't do the cleaning cycle. Matter of fact, I just did something. We're about to go on a trip, so we're pretty much not going to use this anymore for the next 5 weeks. So I'm going to take you outside real quick and show you what we got as a replacement. And oh, by the way, this does fit under our RV countertops. That's another reason I like these. You don't have to lift anything up. You just pull stuff out. You can fill it with water by pulling this out. This actually can come out because you just tilt it and it comes out, even though it's a little tight under the RV counter. But I'll show you the new one that we got. And like I said, we're getting ready for a trip, so the house is a little bit of a mess right now. Second house. I did not design this house. You get what you get. So, and this is all stuff that has to be taken care of before we go on our trip. All right, and it's a scorcher out, by the way. It's been, I opened the camper yesterday. It was probably 110 degrees in here. The ice machine was on and running, and it didn't seem to have a problem. These do put off heat. And you can see the exhaust vent here. The Profile has one in the same spot. So when you put your hand next to here right now, I can feel it. It's probably blowing 85, maybe 90 degree air. Great in the winter. In the summer, not so good. But that's any ice maker you're going to buy. So this is the Frigidaire Gallery. It's also a nugget ice maker. Has about a ½ inch of insulation, so you can feel more cold for sure, which means the ice is going to melt a little quicker. Ice cubes are slightly different, as opposed to being the nugget, which is like small pieces of ice that are frozen together and they crunch apart. These are a little bit different. They're kind of just small, solid cubes. My wife loves the nugget ice. It's like you can get it at Sonic and places like that. But this, we haven't actually, we've had it on about 3 days now. But another thing I love about it is I don't have to lift the top because obviously there's not a lot of space. There's only about 2 to 3 inches of space. So with this one, you pull out the front, you open this up, you fill the water. It's just, to me, it's just so much easier to use. It makes a lot of ice. This thing made ice cubes within 10 minutes of turning it on. It was full probably within 20-25 minutes. So terrific for that. I do have it with industrial strength Velcro to the counter in 4 corners. Like I said, the old one we had mounted, and it was over this area, and it would slide around a little bit. One time it almost fell into the sink. That was on a quick stop because a car in front of me was not driving very well. So I'm hoping that the industrial strength Velcro will do its job and hold this really tight. So far I'm very happy with this ice maker. It was about $250, I believe, at Costco. But like I said, the thing with this is, even if I crash into something and this thing gets destroyed because of it, I can take it back to Costco and they'll take it back. It's just their return policy. They just don't care. They'll take back beds that are 5 years old. I saw somebody return an open bag of Halloween candy one time. To me, that's really cheap, but they took it back. That's just what they do. So buy a lot of RV products at Costco because when they get damaged, I mean, with the RV bumping around, there's not a lot of appliances that are going to survive for a long time in an RV just because you're hitting so many bumps. And with compressors and lines in these ice makers, they're probably not going to last you like 3 years. So take it to a place where you can just get a freebie when you need to. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I don't think so. So overall, I'd give both of these ice makers a 9 out of 10. I mean, just the convenience. We used to freeze ice in little, ice trays in the freezer. Man, every morning I'd have to get up and dump them and refreeze them, and sometimes I'd have to get up at night and dump them and refreeze them and do it again in the morning to have enough ice for the day. So like I said, within 20-25 minutes you can empty this and it'll be full again. And then we use the secret, obviously, here. Okay, always use like a distilled water, because these will get gummed up with junk that's in tap water or even just plain bottled water, and you'll have to clean them a lot. So if you use distilled water, you don't have to clean them as often. One caution, especially on that GE Profile I just showed you, it did get almost like an algae in the water tanks because I hadn't cleaned it for about 3 months. So you do have to watch that. You do have to sometimes scrub them out or use some kind of approved, food safe cleaner, whether it's vinegar or something else that you buy. You do have to watch that. I never told my wife because she would never drink, eat that ice again. But like any appliance with water that's just sitting around, especially if it's getting warm once in a while, it's in the sunlight, unfortunately, as this water tank would be if I had the other one right here, it would get sun, and sun and water, and things grow in it. So all right, thanks for watching.